You guys, we are back and now we're doing scientific notation. So that is 8.5. And we're going to be making sure that when we do scientific notation, the first number always has to be between 1 and 10. So here's my number and where I would put the decimal. So 5, 8, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. First number has to be between 1 and 10, like I said. So the decimal has to go there. So basically what I'm saying is, how would I make this number, or how would I make this number, so the original number, equal to this number with a decimal? Well, what would I have to do to get here? I would move the decimal place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over. So that means I'm actually multiplying by 10 to the power of 6. So every time I move it, I'm multiplying by 10. So 5.8 times 10 to the 6 is the same thing as saying this number right here. All right, so number 8, a bed bug is 0.18 inches. So 0.18, I have to make this between 1 and 10, so 1.8. So what would I have to do to make sure that these two are equal? Well, this decimal got moved once to the right, so to make it back to its original number, I have to move it once to the left. I'm dividing by 10, so it's times 10 to the negative 1. All right, the next problem. So if I lined up 13,000 bed bugs, how many inches would they measure? So I'm doing 13,000 times the number we just got in scientific notation. So I'm going to put 13,000 in scientific notation to make it easier. So 13,000 is the same thing as 1.3 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1.3 times 10 to the 4th times 1.8 times 10 to the negative 1. Well, using the commutative property, or I guess you could say the associative property, the order doesn't really matter here, nor do the groups. I can say that 1.3 times 1.8, and then I'm going to be multiplying these together, is really the same thing as multiplying each of them how they exist right now. So 10 to the power of 4 times 10 to the power of negative 1 using our exponent rules is 10 to the power of 3. So I need to do 1.3 times 1.8. So back to decimals, you're going to multiply them as if there's no decimals. So 24, 8 times 1 plus 2 is 10. Have a 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so when I add those up, I get 234. And then remember the rule is there is a decimal here. There is a decimal here. So altogether, I'm going to move it twice to the left, so 2.34. So my final answer, 2.34 times 10 to the power of 3 inches, is my final answer. All right, so that's it for this section, and we'll do the next one.